So this is a good way to take tests if you are planning to go back and correct any portion of them. What I did, this is some of the practice test 3. When you get your blank paper you're going to do work on, draw a long line down the center of the page. And you don't have to work your questions in order at all, but work the questions on the left-hand side of the line. And so it'll just take you more space vertically. You can use the back and the front of some more papers. It's totally fine. So when you get done, you might have something that kind of looks like this. Only it'd be more pages than this, but this is just kind of an example of how it would look. Now, to go back and do the corrections, what you're going to do is you're going to take that same paper and you're going to go and you're going to double check against the answers. And so like, let's say I double check and I'm like, oh yeah, I got that one right. So that one's fine. And that wouldn't be one that I would get any credit on. So then I look at this one though, and I should have gotten like 10.51. So I got that one wrong. So this one, I'm going to redo it or correct it, whatever you want to say. And I'm going to fix whatever the error was in this. And sometimes you might just completely rework it and then look back and realize what you had skipped. Or if you can't figure it out, you can ask me or a tutor or whatever works for you to try to figure out what went wrong. And then at the end, you're going to make just a really quick like comment, about what you did wrong to make it really easy to see and how you fixed it. So you're going to have all of this math all in here, but it's going to match like where that one was. And then maybe you check 12 and you realize that 12 should have been 4.3 times 10 to the minus 24th. Obviously that was wrong, got that one, so you could redo that one. And then like when you look at 14, you're like, oh, 14 was right. So if you only had missed those problems, you would get this, each of these questions is approximately worth 5.5 total points on your final grade. I know it's like 0 out of 1, but that 1 is actually 5.5 points. So you would get half-ish of that back. So about like 2.25 points back for every math problem that you miss. So like even 2, and if you fix it, your grade's going to go up by 5 points. So this is usually a really, really big help on the grade. So let me show you how it would look when you're done with it. So this is me having corrected those 2 pages. I went ahead and I have this kind of written out down here. So you can see, I'm trying to move this out of the way. Right here, 9 is fine. I don't fill up extra space if it's fine. And 14 are fine. I just have a check mark, or you can just leave it blank. But then you can see here, this is corrected. And you can say, here's where the error is. I forgot to change Ka to Kb. And I'm showing right here, that was the Ka value. And then over here, that's me changing it to Kb. And kind of shows the difference. And then over here, I've got it corrected, and it kind of shows like I should have put this in for K, but I put it in as X. So over here, this was putting it in as the K value and solving for X, and then over here, this is putting it in as X and solving for K. So that's how you want to go about doing the corrections. When you get finished, you want to combine all of your pages together into a PDF, and you upload it to the Test 3 Dropbox, the one you put your work in the first time. So now you'll have 2 files in here. You'll have your original uncorrected, so I can pull that up. And then you'll have the second file will be your fixed. And then the way it'll get corrected is on the side part of the Dropbox where it has like comments. I'll put in what you got your points back for, like maybe number 1, number 2. And I might say you didn't actually fix this if you just wrote down the answer, but it wasn't actually the math that made it happen. And then I'll go into the grade book and I'll add and I'll put a comment in the grade book. This person got plus 0.55, 11.5 points. Maybe originally it was an 85, but then, that puts it up to a 96.5. Keep in mind, you can only get points for math questions. And it's not just any math questions, but they're the math questions that have that only one blank, and they say 0 out of 1. If you've gotten partial credit for a math question, like say you got 0.75 out of 1, that is your credit for that one. So you don't get extra if you work a math problem that is already partialed up for you. You're looking for the math problems that are 0 out of 1 that have a single square that you fill in. So that's how you get your partial credit. Or your full, you get half credit back on those missed math problems.